guys, it's SJ. Happy Baby Name Monday. I hope you guys have had a brilliant weekend and are enjoying your Monday as much as we enjoy Mondays, especially for a mum. I find Mondays are my hectic day. Welcome back to my channel. Every single Monday here on YouTube, I do a new baby name themed video. I think I've actually done really well this year because it's nearly it's the middle of May. I think I've only missed one. That's a bit bonkers actually. If you look at my baby names playlist, every single Monday all this year, and I actually started towards the end of last year, I've done a new baby name theme. So there's vintage baby names, hipster baby names, Scandinavian baby names, boy names for girls, all stuff like that. So you'll probably find something, but I love taking your requests. And this week I had a really good request, which just really interested me, which was pretty names for boys. I've got two sons myself, and then I have a daughter. And they're called Freddie, Finn and Evelina. And for the boys, yeah, I understand what she meant because she was asking for looking at a lot of boy names. Often they're quite funky, they're quite cool, they're quite hipster, they can be quite edgy. And she wanted something quite soft and a bit more pretty and romantic for her baby boy, which I totally relate to. So I have done a list of 10 lovely, pretty and romantic boy names. These are really, really gorgeous in my opinion. I would love to hear what you think. Pop your name ideas in the comments below. Make sure to check out all the comments below because there's always such great ideas there as well. If you're brand new, don't forget to subscribe. If you know a friend who is pregnant and who would love this, please do share it with them because I would love to grow this little community of baby name enthusiasts. That's what I call us. So at number 10 for pretty boy names is the name Ambrose. Isn't Ambrose just so gentle? I think it is really romantic and a little bit cool as well. It's got a bit of a hipster edge to it, but it's not at all kind of in your face or edgy or harsh sounding. It's only at number 2175, so it's not used very often. It's used a lot in literature, so it's a very literary name, but it actually means immortal one. So that's a really quite cool and heroic name meaning, which I think is really nice when you've got kind of a soft name. What we're not looking for is kind of really soft and almost girly names for boys. I know that you probably wouldn't like these, but I think this one has that really good mixture of the two. The coolest thing I found about the name Ambrose is that Ambrose is the patron saint of Milan, the patron saint of bees, and the patron saint of education. So if you like bees, learning stuff, and you like going to Milan or fashion, there's lots of reasons to love the name Ambrose. I just think they're so cool, especially the bees one, because I always love to find little themes. If I had a baby Ambrose, he would be dressed as a bee all the time. It's hard to pick a nickname because it does sound quite feminine with a rose ending, but it could obviously be Brose, which I think sounds a little bit cooler. So yes, what do you think of the name Ambrose? Is it too feminine for you? Is it too quirky for you? Or do you think it really fits this theme? And number 9 is a name I absolutely love, which is the name Beau. The Beau actually means handsome, so it has to be on this list because I just think it is such a romantic name, and we've always used things long through history, the name Beau to mean your romantic partner. Oh, is he your new beau? My son's middle name is actually Beau, it's spelled B-O, which means home, which is Scandinavian, but Beau is French, and I just really, really like it. I think it is so soft, it is so pretty, and if you have a really pretty little boy, couldn't be a better name with that gorgeous meaning. Only number 185, and I absolutely love it. I have heard it more recently. My sister would have probably chosen Beau. Somewhere in her name choice she'd had a boy. One of my best friends has a baby called Beau, and he is gorgeous with brown curls, and I just love the name. At number 8 is the name Josiah. Josiah is so soft and pretty, isn't it? You don't hear it very often. You could have Joss as a nickname, which is actually on my one-syllable baby names that I did last week if you want to check that out. But Hebrew names like Noah, like Ezra are so popular, and Josiah really fits within that trend. It's a very biblical name. It means God supports, and Josiah was actually Sarah's son in the Bible. So if you're a Sarah or somebody in your family is, then you might get that link if you read the Bible. But I love the fact that Josiah Wedgwood actually created the Wedgwood china, which is very well known as an antique here in Britain as well. So it's got a lovely antique feel to it as well, a nice namesake there. For me, it just sounds very soft and very, very pretty. I actually think Joe for a boy is a really beautiful name as a little nickname, but Josiah I think is gorgeous. And number 7 is another French name actually, and that is the name Remi. I've always really liked the name Remi. I think it is soft and pretty. Emmy obviously is a very popular girl's name, but Remi is still very masculine. Remi is one of the patron saints of France. He's also a Disney character. Have you seen the movie Ratatouille? Remember the little rat called Remi? So that's really, really sweet. I'm sure your little boy would absolutely love being named after a Disney character as well. But it means oar or oarsman. Oarsman? I never feel like I can say that properly. So if you like being by the water or your family has connections to that, I think it's a really, again, a soft name with a strong and masculine meaning to it. It's number 344, which I was quite surprised about. I do know one Remi, but I don't hear it very often. Have you ever met a baby Remi? Next up is a name I'm sure you've all heard of, and it is so gorgeous. It's at number 67, and that's the name Gabriel. Gabriel is a very, very pretty boy name, but Gabe is a really cool and masculine nickname for it as well. It's obviously after the Archangel Gabriel in the Bible, which is a lovely meaning and a lovely emblem as well. It's a celebrity name. They're the actor Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I never know if I say his name right, but he is drop dead gorgeous. He makes this name very, very cool as well. What do you think of it? I've always really liked this name. I do think that Gabe really sells it to me because I love that nickname. It's super, super edgy and cool. But as a long name, it is soft and lovely for a very young, pretty boy. Oh yes, at number 5 is a name that ranks at number 168 here in the UK, and that is the name Elias. Elias is so nice. I think I'm really drawn to L and S sounds, so I'm looking for something soft, and I think this is an unusual sounding name for boys. Eli is a lovely and soft nickname as well. It's actually from Greek origin, and there were 3 saints named Elias. Elias Howe also invented the sewing machine, so if you're into fashion or you've got that heritage in your family, I think that's really good to know. And again, emblems. Am I obsessed? Do you ever match your name to little emblems for your baby? But yeah, I think sewing machines would be super cool. Imagine having loads of vintage sewing machines or something like that. And it's also one of Walt Disney's middle names, so again, a Disney connection if you're a Disney fan. I just think Elias is absolutely gorgeous and very special sounding, even though it's not super duper rare. Number 4 is named Gideon. Gideon to me sounds like a romantic hero. I just absolutely love it. It may be not as soft because it's got the stronger G and the D, but I think the sort of lyrical sound of it, Gideon, just sounds really lovely. It's at number 818, so it's in the top 1000, but it's not getting anywhere near the top 500 just yet, so it would also be a super rare choice. And it means warrior or destroyer. So Gideon apparently was chosen by God to lead battle. That was in the Bible, the biblical story, so that is where the name warrior or destroyer comes from. I really like this name. I think it's got that nice mixture, as I said, of being quite long with all the syllables to make it kind of romantic and soft sounding, but quite strong as well with that meaning. It's hard to pick a nickname for, is the only thing, because obviously you wouldn't want to be called Giddy, which means dizzy. So if anyone knows a Gideon, or anyone got ideas for a nickname for a Gideon, not that we have to have nicknames. I don't give any of my children nicknames. They are just their full names, but sometimes it's interesting to think about. Okay, so number 3079 is a name, if you like The Greatest Showman. As you can imagine, I'm obsessed with The Greatest Showman. I've watched it pretty much every day since it came out on Sky. My kids love it as well. The name Phineas. So Phineas Barnum is the main character, but the name Phineas is just lovely, isn't it? Obviously, I have a Finn, so I like the sound of that name, but obviously it's about PH. There was also a Disney program called Phineas and Ferb a while ago, which you might remember. But I think this name might start to get popular because of the popularity of The Greatest Showman. It means oracle. What a cool, lovely, beautiful name meaning. I was just so sold in it when I read that. I just love the sound of it. It is so gentle, soft and pretty. Julia Roberts actually has Phineas. I forgot that she does. So she has the twins, Hazel and Phineas. She never said why she chose that, but Hazel and Phineas, how cool is Julia Roberts? I just think this is beautiful. I think it's going to start coming up on baby name lists after the movie. It's soft, it's pretty, it's very romantic, and it's perfect. And number 2, this name is at number 280, and I love it. I think it is so pretty, and that is the name Rafferty. Rafferty is so lovely. I just like long names. It's kind of like an Eleanor in a version of a girl, where it's long and lovely and ends in that lovely soft Y with the little F's in the middle. Raffy is so cute as well as a little soft nickname. It means good fortune. It's very musical. Jude Law and Sadie Frost have a song called Rafferty. Yeah, he's actually called Rafferty Jellicoe. Jellicoe, I've never heard that as a name. It reminds me of Jellycat because I've got kids, they all have the Jellycat teddies. Jellicoe, I really like it as well, obviously. I feel like I like every single name, guys, probably why I like doing these lists. But the name Rafferty, I just really, really like it. And I think you couldn't get prettier for a little baby boy. And number 1 is a lovely, sweet name, Jesse. Jesse is such a cool boy's name, but it is also very gentle and sweet and pretty with the J and the S. Obviously, it does also have the female connotation to it, so that might put you off it. But if you think about it, it's also very connected to the Wild West. A lot of people have that cowboy association with Jesse more than the female association. So don't let that put you off, because I think this name is super cool and edgy. It's actually one of the fastest rises of the year. Last year, it got into the top 100 for the first time. It's at number 94. So it is going to start rising for boys as well. That may be because of Jesse Lingard, who is a Man U and England footballer. Obviously, I just knew that off the top of my head. Didn't have to do any research because I'm so into football. But he's making this name cool again. I remember it from things like Jesse and Free Willy. That's more my genre, guys. There's also Jesse in Breaking Bad, which I did watch as well. You know, I am sometimes edgy and cool. But I just really like this name. I think it is so pretty and lovely for boys. It's another one my sister considered, actually. We used to talk about baby names, can you imagine? All the time when we were both pregnant, and she loved it as well. Lucy Jessica Carter, one of my favourite bloggers, she has a little boy, Jesse, and he is so sweet. And I just think the name is gorgeous. So what do you think of the name Jesse? Is it too feminine for you? Do you see it as a Wild West type of name? Do you see it as a hipster name or just a beautiful boy name? It's a really interesting one. So I hope you like those top 10 pretty names for boys. I loved doing this list. Do let me know any other lists you'd like me to do in the comments below. Honestly, I've written them all down. I have such a long list on my phone of all of the requests, and I am going to get through them all. So do keep leaving me new ideas as well. Do give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. I would love you to hit subscribe if you haven't already. You're just like crazy. Because there are new baby names on my channel every single Monday, and I also try to do 2 parenting videos throughout the week as well, with life with me and the little ones. And I would love to see you next week. Have a brilliant, brilliant week. Enjoy the sunshine, whatever you are doing. I'm going away for the first time ever abroad without the kids, with my husband, who just about made the cut. So I'm nervous, but I will have fun, I'm sure. Follow me on Instagram if you want to, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Maybe I'll be really brown next week.